Hey guys, Darth Glork here, back with part 1 of my brand new side game playthrough. We are playing through Diablo 3 Eternal Collection. So it's interesting to me that I have done so much of Diablo 3. Okay, I have played, you can already see, I already have characters made. So I have done an incredible amount of Diablo 3 over the years. I started on the 360. Diablo 3 was my first Diablo. I started on the 360. I did not 100% it on the 360, but I have 100%ed it here, as you can see. And I should 100% it on my 360 as well. There's just a few that I was missing. But it's wild to me that although I've done so much, and recently, before I finish that thought, recently I started getting into seasonal. So last season I got into seasonal stuff, and my older sister, who also does Diablo, she did too. And so last season she got into seasonal stuff, and before that I had never done it. But then she was doing stuff and struggling for some of the really harder objectives. And so I was like, you know what? Like, I'll let me make a seasonal character. I'll power level him up to what level to be competitive, and then I'll help you out. And so then, but before I could finish, and I was like flying, and I had like a week left, and before I could finish, she actually finished her objectives, and she finished what she needed. And so then while I was there, I wanted to get to tier 4 of seasonal, so I could get the rewards for that. And so I power leveled, and I got a necromancer, to tier 4, and I got those objectives. And then when the next season started, I started at the beginning of the season, right at the very tail end, and I did, of course, a wizard, which is what you're looking at now. And so my wizard, I took her through, and I did get tier 4, and that's what this portrait is. That's what that portrait frame is, tier 4. But I have a lot of characters, as you can see, but we are doing specifically the Demon Hunter is what we are going to be doing. So Demon Hunter was my first, we're not doing seasonal though, it's just going to be a normal hero. But anyway, my Demon Hunter was my very first class that I played, and on the 360, and Demon Hunter is near and dear to my heart. The story in Diablo is surprisingly good. Like, considering it's a dungeon crawler, looter, it's incredible that the story is so interesting, because it is. And so it's wild that I've done so much, but I've never done Diablo on the channel. So I thought, you know what, we have to fix that. I've done so much Diablo, and there's no representation. So in the title, I'm probably calling this Diablo 3 Demon Hunter, just like I did for my Old Republic playthroughs on the class stories. In time, I will probably do more than just one season. Like, I'll do a season 2 where we do the Necromancer. It's probably going to be the next season, the next time I do it. Other than that, the other guys have, of course, a shot of being covered, but Demon Hunter is going to be our go-to, so... it was funny, initially on the 360, my Demon Hunter, I didn't know how to do like the transmog stuff, and so my armor was like 6 different colors and all this stuff, and didn't match at all, and it looked terrible. But I thought we would make ourselves a Demon Hunter. I'm assuming I already have an Alexandra. Let's see. Now I need to come up with a name. Alright, I think we're gonna go with Lexi. Alright, this will be different. So, a few things. Let's see. So, we are gonna be doing campaign, but we need to go to hard immediately, because hard is my default difficulty. And there's a shit ton of difficulties in this game, as you can tell. So there's a shit ton of difficulties, but hard is my go-to because you do get 75% EXP and gold bonuses. Honestly, anything below Torment isn't really that bad. After you have like a decent build, after a certain point, you can bump it up to Expert and Master. Any one of those is not a big deal. Hard is my baseline. After I've hit maybe level 50 or 60 or 70 kind of thing, and if I have a really solid build and my damage is still going well, I'll probably bump it to Expert or Master, but as a baseline, hard is my default. So it'll be weird doing the story, super weird doing the story, because I've been doing seasonal for so long that it'll be wild jumping into something different. So let's get to it, man. This will be so cool doing the story.
My family was butchered by Hellspawn. To witness such a thing is enough to leave your mind in ruins. The madness killed my sister and left me frightened and alone. Until I was rescued by survivors who had joined together to rid the world of the creatures of hell. They saw in me the strength to resist the demons, and they forged me into a weapon. Now I am ready. A meteor has fallen in Tristram, and the dead have risen in its wake. I will send them back to their graves. Once I was hunted. Now I am the hunter.
Oh my god, that's so sick. That's so fucking cool. Oh my god.
Only the dead reek like this. The fallen star is near.
Indeed, but first, we have to turn on things, obviously. I have so many cosmetics, we need to use them. Okay, so Mercy's Gaze is not going to be it. This is like a very holy, you know, ha. Wait till you see when they pop out. Ah, there it is. Haha, okay. Anyway, so let's see. We have Anguish's Grasp, which is what I got for the season. And look how creepy, bro. They bring back memories of distant screams. So I just got these. These are the seasonal wings, which is the reward. They're like, oh my god, they're so creepy. Anyway, we got this one. They're like dragon wings. I got these ones are undead wings. Primeval wings, which are like these like tentacles with like spikes or something else on them. We got these ones, these like bright red sanguine flight. Tempted to use these ones just because I just got them and I haven't used them yet. And then maybe figure out a build to make it look good. And let's see, so for pets, I have a whole bunch. I have Charlotte, which is a spider. Very cool. I have Miss Madeline. Someone took the time to create this little doll, then discard it. We have Lamb, which is a literal child. You found a lost little lad. Now you must care for him. I have Haunting Hannah. This looks like an old bed sheet, but it moves, even when there's no breeze. Which is like this little ghost armored thing. Dream of Piers. The scribe known as Piers was haunted each night by this being. So it's like this undead unicorn. We have the Mimic. A literal mimic. One of my favorite pets. A tiny chest. Why is it quivering? As you can see, it has little legs and an eyeball. And of course, you can see it looking through the little lock there. We have Blaze. Someone appears to have set this skull on fire. We have Unicorn. It's like a horse with pointy, which is like just like a different color version of that undead unicorn. We have the Bumble. This little thing might grow up to be huge. It's like a little abominable snowman. We have a half-formed golem. This little one wasn't quite finished when it came into the world, but it'll follow you anyway. It's very cool. Dominion's Revenge. Who called in the fleet? From the 20th anniversary of StarCraft in 2018. We have the Blood Rose. Painting the red roses has never been so easy. Very creepy. I think we might go with the Mimic, just because it's one of my favorites. For the pendant, I only have two. I have Harvest, which is kind of this pendant smells of dead leaves. You should unfurl it. So, and then the other one I have is Bloodmaster. Bone and sinew bend at your command. Not really sure we'll be using a pendant. Portrait frames, I have Eternal Woods, which is what you get, I think it was last season that you get in Eternal Woods. Then this one I just got in this current season, which is just hell. And then the Necromancer one, and then I have Paragon level 100 as well. So any one of those would go. But I think we might use hell, because I just got that for the season. And I guess for now, we'll use this, these fucking super creepy looking, they almost look like spider legs almost. But they're very creepy. But either way, we're ready. This is really weird doing the story. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm here for it. Also, my little drink is in front of the screen, which I need to see what my abilities are. So obviously, initially, we're not gonna have very much going on in terms of abilities or anything else. But that's okay. What up, Captain?
I have journeyed here to find the fallen star and purge its evil from this land.
It fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming.
We can't open the gates until we drive them back.
Okay.
They keep coming.
Boy, they sure do.
I've become stronger.
I've never seen anyone fight like that before. Guards, open the gates.
I mean, it was...
Find Leah at the Slaughtered Calf Inn.
Okay, I will, but, like, it wasn't that impressive. Alright, so we have locked Impale, which is throws a knife. Our basic attack currently is Hungering Arrow, fires an arrow that pierces that seeks additional enemies. So, it's pretty cool. Otherwise, I don't have anything in my powers currently. But other than that, we have Impale, which I can throw a knife. So, for now, that'll work. Traveling Scholar.
Zakharum has fallen to disgrace.
So true.
Faith can save us now.
Okay, quick question. So I have a lot of stuff sitting in here. One of them is these, which would be a free ring that's really good. I wonder if I can equip it twice. Why I have 3 copies of it, I don't know. The Compass Rose. Oh. And then I have Demon's Revenge, which is part of a set. Oh, Demon's Heart. I'm noticing Barbarian only. What the fuck? So I have this demon armor, but like at least most of it is Barbarian only. Level 60 armor anyway. Demon's Lock. Shinbone. And I have so many incredibly powerful gems. I also have 83 million gold. Cool. Alright, well. Let's see here. I was gonna do something. Oh, rings. That's what I was gonna look at. I was just gonna equip some rings because it was free. Oh, never mind. You can't equip more than one. Well, that doubled my health bar. Alright, there's my, here is my little banner. As you can see, it looks pretty freaking cool.
Nothing ever seems to change in New Tristram, does it?
What do you mean?
There's always some threat of the risen dead or foul evil descending on the town, isn't there?
I suppose so. You can hear the little gold noise.
Don't you dare lift a finger to help our mayor fix his wagon. My brother died defending this town, while that bloated coward tried to run away. The dead.
Indeed.
rising from their graves.
All right. Oh wait, really quick. So, if memory serves, I think what happened is, so this demon armor, I don't think it was demon armor, by the way, because what I did is when I played the season, I unlocked a armor set that was just called like Hadrig's something or other, like Hadrig's Stash or something. But all it meant was it was just like an armor set that when you opened it, you would get a roll and it would be something random. This, I don't think I put this demon stuff in here. I think what happened is I put it in here because I was like, oh, maybe I could use it for another character later. And I don't think it was demon stuff. I don't think it was this like barbarian set. Because, like, I think the helmet, yeah, see, oh, no, you could still wear it. Okay, never mind. I saw Barbarian only, and I was like, it's a Barbarian set. What the hell? I put the armor in here, but not because someone was going to, like, a Barbarian was going to wear it, but never mind. I just realized that bonus is Barbarian only. Otherwise, it's just because it's level 60. Okay, okay, all right. For a second, I was a little offended, being like, really? Like, it just, like, said it's, okay, you got Barbarian armor. I'm like, I never play a Barbarian. But no, we're good. Anyway.
Tristram used to be such a wonderful place to live. My family has been here since the town grew out of the ruins of old Tristram. But now, it's horrible. The loved ones we've buried and grieved over now threaten our lives.
True.
For many years, Villagers were too afraid to settle near the ruins of the cursed town Tristram. But as time went by, adventurers arrived to loot the old cathedral, and their business was profitable enough that New Tristram sprang up to accommodate them. Fewer travelers visit now, though, and the town is mostly populated by craftsmen and farmers.
Indeed. It's so weird, like, talking to people and, like, exploring it like, you know, you're not just running around for bounties. I've been running around just hitting bounties for so long that it's really weird to be doing anything different.
Leah, is it? Rumford said that you survived the Fallen Star's impact.
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but... Watch out! The wounded are turning!
Boy, they sure are.
This is killing business.
The dead will overwhelm us all, unless something is done.
Then I shall put an end to them and secure your town.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
Oh, I have a pretty good idea about what needs to be done.
We've been under siege for 6 days now. Uncle Deckard is still missing. Captain Rumford and the others are losing hope. I tell them not to lose faith, but if help doesn't arrive soon...
Then we're all gonna be screwed!
Welcome to the slaughter cafe. Bring me whatever
Bizarre.
treasures you have no use for.
Anyway, okay, so if you're curious about how some things work here, I'm just so used to just playing. So skills, of course, this is where you would as you would assume, manage all your shit, right? That is where your abilities are, sorry. Okay, so for this, so Paragon level is after you hit level 70, which is the max level of the game, you unlock, you can continue to level, and any level past 70 is called Paragon level. Obviously, as you can see in the base game, I'm Paragon level 147. What's interesting is when you play seasonal, it tracks everything separately from your regular stuff. And so the first time I hit like a level 110 or something, maybe Paragon level in the last season that I did, and it only keeps like half or something, or like 3/4 of all those that adds to your regular Paragon level. Because I think I was level like 100 and I only kept like 50. I don't know why it did that, but it transferred about half or so over to the regular Paragon stuff. And then in the current season, I think I'm level 70, or I think I'm Paragon level like 73 or 76 or whatever it was, which you did see in the beginning. And I don't know how much of that's going to transfer over, but as you can see, I'm currently on, in the base game, we're at 147. So what this is you can dump, for each level you get, you can dump points into different areas. Obviously, in one of them, it is Dexterity, which is my primary stat for the Demon Hunter. Vitality, Movement Speed, and Maximum Hatred, which is my... Dexterity is my damage, and Maximum Hatred is my source, like my resource. That's what I use to draw from to spend on abilities. That's for core. For offense, you have attack speed, cooldown reduction, critical hit chance, and critical hit damage. For utility, you have area damage, resource cost reduction, life per hit, and gold pickup radius. And then for defense, you have life, armor, resist all, and then life generation per second. So for now, I think we're just going to go up 5 on each one, and we'll just see what's left. I probably will just level all this really quick, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, so I've allocated our points. As you can see, I've hit at least tier 9 on everything across the board, and then a few of them have hit tier 10. So as you can see, that's quite the chunk. So now I have big bonuses to literally everything. So that goes, as you can see, my health, it gave me like 3/4 more health than I had a second ago. So, and it means I move faster, I do more damage, I'm more tanky, like, I'm way stronger than you normally would be at the very start of the game, but, you know.
By the grace of the ancients, may your soul be...
Oh, he just heals you, that's cool. Anyway.
I came here to study the fall of old Tristram. This is closer to the town's history than I want to be.
I hear you, bro.
The dead have been a bane on our existence since that cursed fire fell. We have to burn them, just to make sure they don't rise from the grave.
Indeed.
Do you know anything about Leah and Deckard Cain?
Not too much, I'm afraid. They came here almost a year ago. She split her time between looking after him and helping out the town. He spent his days in the old cathedral, looking for old texts from what I hear. They were inside when that thing hit. She's lucky to be alive.
Indeed. All right. Hey, Captain.
What can I do to help fight the risen dead?
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
Don't worry. I will avenge their deaths.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors.
They're attacking the barricades!
Okay, quick pause. So, something that I love, and not to geek out about Diablo for a minute, but the Diablo 3 story is way better than it has any right to be. Because, again, I've mentioned this in the beginning, but, like, a lot of, like, dungeon crawler, shooter, looter, that kind of stuff, it's like the story is often flat or non-existent, because the whole idea, the whole concept is that the gameplay loop is super, super fun. And Diablo 3, unlike a lot of other shooter looters and dungeon crawlers and such things that I've done, the story is amazing. Now, here's the cool part, is that every class has their own motivations on why they're there, on what their background is, of course, but even their motivations for going forward, and their own personality. And so the demon hunter is driven by vengeance and like a burning desire to kill any demon wherever it arises, right? And as you saw by her backstory. Now, there is 3 companions in the game, and the 3 companions all have their own personalities and why they are who they are. And of course, and how they interact with each different class based upon your character's personality is going to be very, very different. And so it makes it super fun. It's one of the benefits of replayability because the builds are super, super different. You could have like a melee necromancer or a distance necromancer or a summoner necromancer or whatever. Like the builds are insane. The gameplay loop is amazing, but the story is really good, and the interactions between your character and whichever companion you carry can be incredibly different. And so I just got to say that like this game is amazing. Die, zombos!
That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
Okay. For now, we'll do this, but we're not going to use a bow. I'm going to probably do dual-wield hand crossbows. That's probably my build. But for now, we'll use a bow, because for now it's much better, and I don't have another one, so... For now, it's okay, but it will not last. Yeah, it's like super weird to be playing it like this, because normally I'm used to doing bounties. And the bounties are very different. Very, very different. So it's also weird because, like, normally, I mean, again, if you're going to be playing, like... Oh, look at that. If you're gonna be playing, like, the story mode, like, really what you'd want to do is, like, explore, you know? So, like, exploring the whole map and, like, shit like that. And I'm used to just beelining for my objectives. So, it's gonna be kind of different. It'll be kind of neat to go back and do it the original way. So now we have Entangling Shot. I think this is the one I usually use. But, Entangling Shot, imbue an arrow with shadow energy, slowing up to 2 enemies. And so, we will switch to Entangling Shot. Let me just, Alright, let's go down here. Musty Cellar. Let's go! Hello, Zombo. So because I'm not wearing any other armor, anything I get is going to automatically be equipped. So, you can see I'm wearing gloves now. We're just going to make sure... Excuse me, zombie. A little bit of money. A very little bit of money, because, I mean, like, I have 83.8 million gold, so, you know. I'm not really worried about money. As you might assume. Armor. Let's see, what's this armor look like? It's fine. I mean, I look hot as fuck, but, you know. It's fine. We've got to make sure we're exploring it all. Obviously, there was a little bit there. This is also going to be weird. Like, am I cutting footage a lot of the time? This is one of those playthroughs that, because of the nature of it, like, do I just show gameplay raw even if I'm not speaking? You know, I don't know. I don't really know what I'm planning on doing, to be honest. So yeah, build-wise though, so generally speaking, oh, I saw that. Generally speaking, build-wise, the Demon Hunter is pretty squishy, but can do mad DPS. Generally speaking. Depending on if that's your vibe or not, you might be very happy or very annoyed with the Demon Hunter. Now, luckily, that is exactly my vibe. I'm good. I'm all good for squishy characters that do good DPS. So as you'll notice that on the bottom left corner, you'll see that little circle-looking thing, and for the Demon Hunter, there's 2 little resources. If memory serves, for the Demon Hunter, how it works is one side will be hatred. I'm assuming that's the left one, and then the other side is discipline, I believe. And if memory serves, and some of my abilities are going to take. Some of them will make, as you can see, some of them will make hatred, like your basic attack makes hatred, and then like Impale uses hatred to be spent, and then other stuff is going to make or take discipline, I believe. It's been a while since I did Demon Hunter. I've been doing a lot of Wizard for the season, and then before that I did Necromancer, so it's been a long time since I touched Demon Hunter at all. But, you know. So generally speaking, because Demon Hunter can be very squishy, it's often a good idea to, like, my basic ability, having it be a slow, is incredibly convenient. Because, of course, I'm so squishy that generally speaking, reducing my, making enemies slow as they try to approach me is obviously very good. So it's one of the things in general you want to be thinking about your build and how it works and its cohesion. You know, I'm thinking about logically, like everything working together and what that means and all that.
Started to eat us while we slept. They are everywhere. Run! Save yourself!
Sorry, bro. Sit down. I don't understand how something could so consistently be loud. If that dude's ratcheting that bike up, how could he not be pulling away? Like, how is it still getting loud?
It's empty. Something isn't right here.
Boy, I'll say. Look at that, our first gold kill. Pants. Look at that. Even wearing these basic bitch clothes, I still look amazing. Anyway, so in general, you want to be thinking about your build and its cohesion. You know, and how it all works, and if it works together, and that kind of thing.
Old Tristram, Diablo's evil still lingers here.
Indeed it does, my love. Hello. When you play on harder difficulties, you're going to be roll spamming like a lunatic. I'm used to roll spamming like a madman, but at the moment I am obviously hitting way harder than I should. And obviously difficulty is not a problem at this level. And so normally you would be caring a little more about dodging stuff and whatnot. But also at this level, this area is not very scary either, obviously, so... So your little pet will pick up gold for you? Not just because mine's a mimic, but in general. We'll get rid of the club, upgrade bows. Okay, there's the gate, and it is locked. So now we go back to New Tristram and tell Leah, or Captain Renford, I mean.
Thank you for your help, but could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up on the idea of rescuing her uncle.
Nor should she. I will help her find him. My training has paid off.
Heyo, I got a new chest armor. Little less armor, but way better health. I'll take it. At this level, none of that crap matters a whole lot anyway. So, we've got a new ability. We could do Rapid Fire. 20 hatred initially and an additional 6 hatred while channeling. Hold your ground and continue to fire a stream of arrows. We can switch to it for now, and I'll just show you what that looks like. He's already level 12. Cool. I don't have to train my bros in advance. Convenient. Leah, I'll talk to you in a minute, darling. I gotta do that. Hey.
Come, let us search for your uncle.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to Adria's hut. The key must still be there.
Okay. So this is also one of those games that off camera I absolutely could level, just to get us to better stuff ahead of schedule. I could level us off camera. I could easily switch modes. I think if I do, like, not right here, but I think on the main menu, I think I could switch our modes to do bounties and stuff, level us off camera. So there might be big level jumps off camera as I level us up, because if we could get us to, like, you know, to get us, like, to use that really cool armor earlier, that would be really cool. So I'm also not positive how I'm going to handle things in editing. I could just show it straight and cut almost nothing. I also could do cut editing just to, like, make it kind of increase the excitement a little bit. Like, sometimes I'm just running around exploring an area. I could probably cut out a lot of the time when I'm just walking. Later on, though, we're going to get to areas that are going to be a little more intense as far as enemies go. And so it's not always going to be the case, you know, where we just walk around and,
let me open
you know, killing easy, cheesy zombies. Some areas we go into, they're going to be full of enemies that are tough.
It was my mother, but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard.
What of your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost when Tristram fell to the demons.
Bummer. Bummer. My little fucking mimic, dude. So funny. And my creepy spider wings that almost look like... Yeah, I guess they kind of do look like spider legs. Which is very creepy, but very cool.
Look! A hidden cellar. Follow me.
Okay.
Your mother had her secrets.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it.
Well, I think they might have been right.
Captain Dalton!
Yay. Alright, I can already tell you, I don't love that channeling ability. I want to be able to just chuck my knife and be done with it. Alright, give me a minute. Give me a minute, lady. I'm just looking around. Alright. Alright.
Here's the key, and my mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can wait. We need to save Uncle Deckard first.
I will go. Stay here and learn what you can.
Thank you.
Aiden came to me last night. I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once again. But like Aiden, I'll be gone before they fall.
So ability-wise, my new X ability is Caltrops. So this is a discipline thing. It places a trap that slows enemies. Very convenient. If you're wondering what all these lower things are, the lower are runes, and runes is like an augment. It will drastically change how an ability works and what it means. All part of your build. So also, generally speaking, if you have, depending on, there's a setting that's like advanced or like simplified or whatever it's called in the settings, that means, so like if I click on A, so these are all the abilities that can go on A. These are all your basic abilities, kind of thing. But there is a setting called, like, and I forget, it might be called like advanced or something, where you can move things independently. So if I wanted to move, like, let's see, I want X, I want this Caltrop ability on my right trigger. Instead, I could open this and scroll over and select it like that. Normally, by default, it's like this, and that's how I'm used to playing it, but if you really wanted, like, if there's two abilities on the same tree, if I wanted Impale and Rapid Fire, I could go to this, scroll over to Rapid Fire, and select it. It's an option that you can toggle on and off. I'm just used to doing it like this, and I doubt I'll change, but if you ever wanted to use two abilities in the same tree, and not, like, not one, that is definitely an option, technically.
For a long time, Uncle Deckard avoided coming back to this place. There were a lot of ghosts here for him. This is where Diablo drove old King Leoric mad and terrorized the people. I don't know what really happened here, but whatever it was horrible. Nearly everyone who survived went mad.
How did your mother die?
Well, details are hazy, but I know that Adria was obsessed with chasing the arcane. She knew she could never raise a child. Uncle Deckard believes that the madness and horror of her life finally caught up with her.
Yeah, I guess you'll see. All right. Hello, creatures. All right. Don't mind me. My little mimic. The way he runs makes me laugh. He's like shedding gold as he runs, and you can hear him like shrieking and making noise all the time. It's very funny. All right, there's the front door.
Tristram Cathedral. I am close to the Fallen Star now.
Indeed. Just gonna check the sides before we run down the middle. I can hear my mimic laughing. What a spaz he is. Let's go. Deckard Cain, I am here to save you. Where are you, boy? I say boy, but he's a very old man. He's a very old man.
So this is where the star fell. My quarry must be near.
I must investigate this star. Dead. Oh, it's a big guy.
I've become stronger.
Hello? Oh, we got a streak. Double damage. Oh, silvers. Oh, we found bracers. Neato. And destroy all this crap for a speed boost. We're low enough level that opening those is more worth it than normal. Normally, those like little, whatever they're called, those little, like armor racks or whatever are usually not worth it. Later on, like these little like commons that are gray are going to be so low quality that we won't care. At the moment, we're low enough level that they're exciting. Later on, that will not be true. So we've unlocked a rune for Hungering Arrow, which will increase the Pierce chance. So for now, that's worth it. I'm not really worried about anything catching up to me. But later on, I'm gonna want to slow things down as they try to close the distance, and I'm kind of squishy. Oh, you hear that, kids? There's a treasure goblin nearby. He must, considering where I interacted, he must be down here somewhere. I hear him. There he is. Nowhere to go, bro. You're in this corner. Got him. Yay! Well, that was neato. There's way less health, but it's better armor. Plus, it's fancier looking, so I'll take it. At the moment, we're not really worried very much about stats anyway. I already found our objective. But I guess we'll get closer enough to discover it, but we're gonna explore the rest of this place.
We thought we could keep the dead trapped here. Akarat, save me.
Yikes. Okay, well, we're at a dark area where we haven't explored all of yet, so... good night. Alright, let's see down here. So, throughout the maps, there will be different wells. One of them is like a yellow one, like an orange-looking one. That one will be like an experience boost for a short while. These ones are healing wells, so it's just a free life if you find it and grab it. On harder difficulties, that can save your ass. If you're playing on harder difficulties and worrying about life, at these difficulties, not so much. But, you know, if you're doing harder stuff, then you might be damn grateful you found that. Because depending on the situation, could be very useful.
My name is Lochdanon, and I'm cursed. Once the captain of King Leoric's army, I left only to honor my land and my king. No man has a greater love for his king than I had for mine, even as I drove my blade through his dark and corrupted heart.
Well, that sucks. Hello, creatures. I crushed some of them. I sniped them out. Beautiful.
This is Lazarus. Of that I am certain. He alone had the king's ear and whispered dark and evil magics into it, instilling the notion of an imminent attack by Westmarch. Afraid to speak against the Archbishop, the councillors nodded their empty heads in agreement and sent us off to die.
Well, that's tragic. Okay. Ooh, cutscene.
Foul minions, stay back! Back! May this wedge hold. The Skeleton King.
The power of the fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer as I have suffered. Gods, bring me his bones!
Yikes. I'm coming, Deckard Cain.
Cain, I'm here to rescue you.
It's true.
Stay back.
There's a crappy bow. Hell yeah. Oh, look at that. An upgrade for Impale. The impact causes knockback and can stun an enemy. Neato. Hang on, Mr. Cain. I was waiting for my ability to pop up.
Oh, thank you. But why did you risk yourself for me?
Leah asked for my aid. She will be relieved to see you again.
Oh, it is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I feared the worst. I learned of this secret passage through old maps I found.
Okay, man, good talk. I'll be there in a minute. I know I'm gonna be here later, spoiler alert, but I want to, I can't go through there in case you're wondering. There was a few little areas I didn't get to see. Okay. Okay. Now we can go through. Alright,
We
in the
must
graveyard.
discuss the fallen star. Follow me to Tristram.
A new warp point. Alright, it is a big crossbow. I was curious if it was a hand crossbow, but it is not. I think it might say hand crossbow if it is, but that's what we're waiting on. I want to dual wield two small crossbows and not one big one or a bow or anything like that, so.
I promised Leah that I would save her uncle, Deckard Cain. When I found him, he was facing the Skeleton King. And now this abomination blocks my path to the fallen star.
Son of a bitch. How dare he? Hey guys.
Uncle, you're alive. alive!
Thanks to you and your friend here.
I have but one request of you. What do you know of the Fallen Star?
Not much, I'm afraid, though the prophecy of the end days surely points to it as a sign that the end has begun.
Please, Uncle, not more of your stories. All that matters now is that you're back.
Oh, look at that. I got boots. Is there anything I'm missing? I'm wearing a second ring. I'm not wearing shoulders or a necklace. Okay. Just curious.
The Skeleton King was once our beloved lord, Leoric. He was driven mad by Diablo's evil. He lost both of his sons and his very soul before he was finally defeated. Now it seems he's risen to plague this land once again.
A tragic story, but I cannot reach the Fallen Star until I face him.
The key to defeating him lies in his old crown. Seek out our blacksmith, Hadrig. He knows of its whereabouts.
Oh, really?
I've spent most of my life traveling from place to place with Uncle Deckard, while he did his crazy research.
What does your uncle seek?
He's convinced that the forces of hell will invade our world and bring about the end times. All these years, he's still searching for a way to stop this apocalypse.
He's more right than you know.
What did you learn of your mother?
She wasn't from Tristram originally. She came here during the Troubles. She was in search of something, but I'm not sure what. She reminds me of Uncle Deckard, obsessed with the war between angels and demons.
Oh, yeah?
I am the last of the Horodrim. I couldn't always claim this. In fact, if I had turned to the Horodric teachings sooner, Diablo could have been stopped before his reign of terror began.
You can't blame yourself.
When the first signs appeared, I did nothing. I had shrugged the old tales off like they were so much fantasy. And Tristram, no, the world has paid dearly for my arrogance. I have tried to make up for my failings. Leah and I have spent her lifetime scouring the world, collecting pieces of the prophecy of the end days. If I can decipher it, we will have the key to defeating the Lords of Hell.
Interesting.
You and Leah seem very close.
I do not know what my life would have been like had I not raised her. Oh, it must have been difficult for Leah, following an old man on a mad search for the secrets to defeating the Lords of the Burning Hells. But though she has seen her share of mysterious things, she is still unsure of my quest. I can understand. She has never seen anything like Diablo and his brothers. The prophecy of the end days is contained within the Horodric tomes I inherited from my ancestor, Jared Kane. It is a warning to those who could interpret it regarding Hell's ultimate invasion of our world, written by many different people throughout history, in many different lands. All known versions of the prophecy are incomplete. I have spent a good part of the past 20 years trying to complete it. I am certain it holds the answers to defeating the Lords of Hell.
Leoric was driven mad by Diablo.
Leoric resisted Diablo's attempts to possess him, but the effort left him weak and confused. When his son Albrecht was kidnapped to be a vessel for Diablo, it destroyed any sanity Leoric had left.
What did Leoric do as the Skeleton King?
He commanded an army of the dead deep within the cathedral, finally serving the Lord of Terror he had resisted while alive. Many adventurers tried and failed to slay the Skeleton King. It was left to Leoric's eldest son, Aiden, to finally kill the monster his father had become.
Interesting. All right.
Dug up some new things for you to take a look at.
Things to sell. All right. So now they've cleared this, and now
items that I'm certain you'll love.
you wouldn't happen to sell
care of whatever I sell you.
Well, really quick, maybe we'll just do this. I have unlimited money, so if I could happen to find like a shoulder thing, some shoulders, that would not be bad. Nope. Alright. It's alright, we'll find some in time. Besides, I'll probably hit bounties and stuff off camera to level us up faster, so undoubtedly, by the time we come back for part 2, I'll have a better armor set. So, this lovely lady is, she's already full level, which is great. So what you can do here is you can transmogrify your... Oh yeah, I did say that right. You can transmogrify your stuff, so you can make your stuff look like other stuff. And so you can give yourself this epic kick-ass armor set, right? Even if your stuff looks plain. Anyway, we're not going to do it yet. Especially early on, we're going to be switching armor so fast that it's not really going to be worth it. But after we've hit a certain level, we'll switch armor much slower. And then we can maintain, so anyway.
Blacksmith, Deckard Cain said you could help me find the crown of Leoric.
Not now. It's my wife. She's locked in the cellar like all those who've been bitten. I'm to put them all down. But how can I kill my own wife?
Sometimes death is the only mercy we have left. I will help you.
Thank you.
You see, even that right there, every character responds differently to all these people, obviously, and that one right there, that is how, you know, she's like, sometimes death is the only mercy we can give, or like the only thing we have left, right? Because from her perspective, with her tale of vengeance and her tragic backstory, that makes sense. But if you switch other characters and play it, their responses are very different to all the stuff that you hear them say, obviously. Hear the characters speak, all their spoken lines are very different, and their motivations are very different, and it's very fascinating. I'm not even gonna go after that guy. Oh, hey.
Look, I'm happy to sell to you.
Nah. I was hoping he would have shoulder pieces, but that's alright. It's alright, we'll find some. Runs face first into a table. Open sesame.
My friends, I'm sorry.
Sorrow won't save your town, blacksmith.
Mira, my love, forgive me.
Hedrig, help me.
Ugh.
I couldn't have done this without you. I'm in your debt. My name is Hedrig Aemon.
There is one favor I must ask of you. Do you know where Leoric's crown is?
I can help you there. It's buried with his chancellor, my grandfather. You'll find his tomb in a cemetery in the Weeping Hollow. And if you see my fool apprentice out there, tell him to get back to town.
Okay. Got a crappy bow. Which we don't care about. All I'm waiting for is hand bows. That's what we're really waiting on. Hand bows. Okay. Let me out. Let's go. Alright, blessing received. 25% experience. Hell yeah.
I've become more formidable.
Alright, what do we get? Let's see here. Okay, so we got smokescreen, 14 discipline, 1.5 seconds, vanish from sight for a limited time. I'm mostly just switching to anything we get, at least once, just to show you. Plus, just to see for myself. Oh, interesting. Hello, creatures.
I am too late. The blacksmith's apprentice is dead. I must let Hedrig know when I can.
Oh, look at that. Alright, well, we found the blacksmith's apprentice. Hey, blacksmith!
It grieves me to tell you this, but your apprentice has died.
Fool boy. Hope for the worst and you will not be disappointed. Thank you for the news.
You're welcome. Alright, now we can go back to it. Okay. Oop, there's some silvers. Aha. Yay. Whew. Alright, 3 up for armor and 3 down for health. So that's not great. I mean, 3 up for anything is good, but I mean, it's a kind of a moot point, kind of a trade-off if it's gonna be 3 down on another thing, you know what I mean? You know what? These little nerds don't even have the DPS to get through it. They're not gonna get through my armor anyway. Let's see here. So, ooh. Upgrade to Entangling Shot, which is an entangled slow up to 4 enemies, which is cool. And we have a new one of these. Also, I want Caltrops back. But we have unlocked Vault, which is tumble aerobatically to avoid attacks. So you can now hit Y, and it's a great escape plan if you get pinned. Very useful art of difficulties if you're surrounded by a bunch of golds and they're all standing on your head. It can save your life. Wait, I need that double damage. My damage is not very good. My weapon feels a little old, and I think you can tell by my lack of DPS.
Feel my wrath.
In the eastern kingdom of Khejistan, I heard rumors of Zakarum warriors called Crusaders. While the natives were most reticent, I was able to deduce that this order was founded 200 years ago, just as Rakis took his army of paladins west. But these Crusaders went east on a very different mission.
Interesting. And I think I sniped that gold out before she even did anything. I love sniping enemies out that are super far away with my little dagger. It's just like, they're fine, they're fine. Suddenly this dagger comes flying in from off camera and kills them all. Alright, we are inside the cemetery. A crypt. Oh, hey. A crossbow. Higher damage. Still not the bow that I'm going to use, but long term, but it'll do for now. Oh, it fires much slower, though. That's kind of gross. Its damage is good, but the fire rate's not very good. Don't love that. Oh, a gold and silvers. God, the fire rate's so slow. Murder. Got him. Boots, not very good. Not enough greens to make that worth it. Oh, hey.
Grave robbers have defiled my tomb. Now my husband writhes in torment because I do not rest at his side. Return my bones so that we may rest in peace.
Okay, I will do it. Alright, well, there's one. Alright. One more. Holy gold, Batman. Alright, can't use that. Let's see. Our first passive skill. So we have Tactical Advantage. Whenever you use Vault, Shadow Power, Smokescreen, or Backflip with Evasive Fire, you gain 60% movement speed for 2 seconds. Interesting. Or you have Thrill of the Hunt. Enemies hit by your Hatred Spenders are slowed by 80% for 2 seconds. Cool. Alright, let's finish exploring this. How big is this fucking tomb anyway? With this horrible crossbow. God, it fires so slow it's killing me. Wow, it's a lot bigger than you'd think. Oh, there we go.
Just my luck. The crown isn't even in this crypt.
It's true, and I knew that going in. I don't remember which one it is, but once I'm inside, I can tell you which one it isn't. And like the second you get in the door, and I'll like in the first area, or give me like 5 seconds, and I'll look around. I'm like, yeah, this one's not it, because I remember what it looks like on the inside. It's just on the outside, I don't remember which one it is. All right, let's turn this in first. Yay! I should have turned that in first, to be honest with you. That was kind of a stupid move. Alright. Let's see here. Those are not good. Hey! Found better to those. That's nice. Can't use that. Or those. Oh, I think I'd rather take this bow back, because the fire rate on that crossbow is murder! Alright, we are back outside. I'm just gonna go up here and make sure that's all dead-ended, which we can't get through that gate, so don't worry about it. At least not yet. Oh, skeleton! It's dead. Alright, what we're really here for... I'm gonna grab this. A door! I don't think it's this one either. I know I said that right before we entered it, but now that I'm in, I'm really sure it's not this one.
Indicate that a high-level cleric of the Zakarum named Akan began to sense the corruption that was eating away at the heart of his faith. He knew this corruption would eventually destroy his beloved church, and that he must take action. After much prayer, Akan hit upon the idea of an order of crusaders.
Neato. Yeah, it's not this one. But we'll explore it nonetheless. Just to make sure that we get anything good inside. Ooh, treasure goblin. Move, you fucks! No, motherfucker! Aha! I stopped him. Got him. Alright, now I can very slowly whittle the rest of you down. Good God, that took a long time. It wasn't even because it was hard, they just wouldn't die. Oh my God. Alright, anyway. We got some good stuff. A few good things anyway. Better boots. I'm probably gonna cut that out. That was not exciting. It was just slow and boring. Hello, creatures. Yeah, obviously it wasn't that one. Which, of course, again, I knew. I was just doing it to explore. Because I think there's only one more, and it's this last one. I think it is in this corner. Yeah, I think it's,
When King Leoric came to court, he brought many nobles with him. And nobles, oddly enough, want noble crypts. So I showed up with my shovel, thinking to make easy profit by digging a few holes. Ha! There's no stopping their demands around here. Now, I eat, sleep, and breathe dirt, it seems.
Yeah, well... Holy shit, my damage is awful. Alright, well, we've explored this upper level. I'm probably going to cut it all out because it was very slow. My damage is very not good. And the fall off is actually killing me. So I'm going to probably just cut it all out. Nothing exciting, lots of very slow combat. But what we did get was we unlocked a couple things. So first we just unlocked the Chakram. Releases a spinning blade of death that slices through enemies. So that could be good. We could give it a try. We also unlocked a rune for our caltrops, which has increased the slowing effect, so that's cool. We unlocked a basic attack, which is Bolus. I don't like the Bolus because you attack with it, and then it hits an enemy, and then several seconds later it explodes. And the delay, I really don't like the delay. So I never use it, but, you know. And apparently there's a level 2.
Feeling that the crown is nearby.
And this is where it is, baby. We're on the right path, finally. Yes. There he is. Give me the crown. So you can see, it like does this really like this like kind of spinning figure 8 looking spin thing. As you might imagine, I don't like it very much. You know, it's like very, it'll hit him once and like that's about it. Like and it's not great. Got him. Good, give me all that shit. Alright, yeah, it's just a big old crossbow. Hey, I got a new bow, though. A new regular bow. That is much better. That's a good sign. Get out of here. Alright, follow me, little mimic. Alright. At last, we draw near. Give me that.
No, I will not allow you to bring that monster Leoric back to this world.
You cannot stop me, Eamon. Oops. Yes, give me that. Alright, new pants that are very good and very blue. And a new bow, which is much better. Yes, give me this. Yes, we've unlocked Town Portal! Oh, such an amazing ability. Alright, let's just finish exploring this little side thing here. Okay. Is that it? Nope. There's one little side thing on the side, on the other side. And then we can Town Portal back and finish this episode. I just want to verify what's down here. Oh, okay. Just a easy way of getting back to the start.
I am returning to town.
But that's not what we're here for. Poof. Okay, hey.
You found the crown. Truth be told, I didn't think you'd make it back alive. Ah, it needs repair. Should be no problem.
Thanks, bro.
It's good to work again. There. New as the day it was placed upon the Black King's head. I need something more than making spades to occupy my mind. I want my life to mean something.
Then we are allies. Each weapon you forge for me shall serve to purify these lands.
Hell yeah. He's on board.
How might I use the crown to reach the Skeleton King?
At last. With it, you can unlock the sealed door in the room where you rescued me and enter the royal crypts. When you find the Skeleton King, place the crown atop his head and destroy him.
When he is destroyed, I shall finally reach the star.
Yeah, but not yet. Okay, beautiful. Well, I think that'll be a good place to call this one. Oh my god, my armor. Anyway, I think that might be a good place to call this one. And when we come back, we will be we'll be trekking along and continuing along our way. Off camera, I think it's very likely that I will be working on leveling us up. That'll make us more competitive. It'll make it easier for me because if I can do more damage and we can get through objectives faster, and it won't just be me cutting out trying to work through silvers and golds health bars with damage that sucks. So I think off camera I will do some leveling up, and that will go a long way. I also will fix our armor so that we look half decent, and of course when we come back, because I level up, there's going to be a lot of new abilities. Because of that, I'm never going to be able to remember what you've seen and what you haven't, so I don't know what the plan with that is. I might just not mention a whole lot, or I might mention things a little bit as I go, but I'm not going to go through everything because I'll never remember what you guys saw last. So there'll be just big changes because if I level up between sessions every time, or at least most of the time, things will be different because suddenly I'll be wearing a different armor set is what it'll look like, and suddenly my abilities might look very different, and I'll be lots of levels higher, that kind of thing. So there'll be a lot of adjustment. Initially, I was thinking I was just going to show everything and I wasn't going to cut anything, and so that's what I was acting like. But then as we got about halfway through this episode, I was like, you know what? There's a lot of dead air here that, like, there's not a lot for me to say, and the combat's not very exciting, especially early on. And so there's some sections where there's a lot happening and I can just show it, but there's big sections where I'm barely killing little enemies or working through health bars or whatever. And so I'm thinking now instead this is going to be a heavily cut series instead of one where I show it all, you know, just because it'll make it way more exciting for you guys. It'll make it for a way better video if I kind of trim up as we go and get rid of big dead air and sometimes complete dungeons if there's like barely anything going on, or if my, like in this case, my damage in the last half was so bad that working through some of the golds and silvers that I was finding was rough. And so I'm not going to show any of that because it's boring. And I'm just standing in one place most of the time because most of the time their damage isn't enough to threaten me. I just can't do enough damage to get through their health bar very quickly. So I think this will be a heavily cut series instead of one where I just show it blind. And I think it's going to make it for a much better series. So anyway, I hope you guys are excited. This will be so cool, and it'll be so weird to do this story mode after doing so much of the campaign and whatnot, so, or after doing bounties and adventure mode and all that. So that'll be different, and I'm really excited. I have no idea how long this series is going to take, especially if I level up off camera. That's going to help us get through it much faster. And so I'm a little curious what that feels like. I'm not sure, but I think it'll be really, really fun. So that is going to call off this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later. Oh, did I just collateral that guy? Yeet. There, you go first. He's like, I think it's clear, man. You're good. As the great Bob Ross would say, what a happy accident. Later, idiots. I could hear Darth Vader in my head. I have you now. No, walk it off, bro. You're okay. It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up. That was so perfect.